would you describe to Right Level on Our Arms to someone who may have never heard of it before?
Yeah, well, I think the interesting thing is, well, first off, it's a nonprofit now, but 5 years ago when it started, it began as an attempt to help one friend and to tell a story, and that was something I had the privilege of writing. It was about a friend that was battling drug addiction, depression, self-injury, had attempted suicide. And initially wrote a story about the experience of some friends and I spending time with her after she was denied entry into the treatment center. And then we started printing and selling t-shirts, to Right Level on Arms t-shirts, to raise money for her treatment, and made a MySpace page to give it a home. And really quickly we learned that the story we were telling was one that a lot of people could relate to. And pretty quickly we realized we had the opportunity for it to be a bigger thing, to talk about these issues on a bigger scale, to invest in treatment on a bigger scale. If you fast forward 5 years, our team has responded to over 150,000 emails and messages. Many of those are from people in crisis. We've been able to give $850,000 to treatment and recovery. And then just a lot of unique opportunities like today to do these events and kind of talk about things that people tend not to talk about.
Congratulations on your upcoming 5-year anniversary. I mean, what has been probably one of the biggest surprises for you when you look back, over the last 5 years?
It started about as simple and humble as something can. Just trying to help one friend and tell one story. We didn't have these grand ambitions or this business plan or anything. We didn't even mean to start a nonprofit. I think it really just speaks to the need. That we're talking about issues that so many people live with, so many families are touched by these things, and it's not just a heavy conversation. Like, we really believe it's a hopeful conversation. And so the coolest thing for our team or for me has been to hear the stories of people coming out the other side. So people stepping into counseling, people stepping into treatment, and lives changing. And we meet people who say they're still alive because of something they came across on our website. So that's really encouraging.
How did you think about getting CJ involved? I mean, what kind of sparked that in your mind?
CJ and I grew up together. We graduated from High together, so I've known him a long time. He's one of my best friends. But he emailed me in December, and he was in Hawaii, and he's without a main clothing sponsor right now. And he just said, "Hey, can you send some stickers and t-shirts? I want to put stickers on my board, and I want to wear the shirts for as long as I can have a sponsor." And then that just got us thinking, maybe how could we be creative? And we had, for the last few years, kind of started to dream and wonder, is there a way to bring this message to the surfing community? And that's really where I'm from. A lot of folks on our team, I grew up here. I've been a surfer since I was a little kid. So it's a really natural fit. It's really personal. And I think it really grew out a lot of friendship.
And you mentioned, I've seen it with all the musicians, Justin Kinsrew and I think Berlin, and a bunch of others. How did that whole thing come about too? I was just kind of curious.
A lot of that really grew out of friendships as well. So it really started with Switchfoot, which is a band from San Diego, and Berlin, which is a band from Central Florida. And those guys were super quick to support it. Before it was a charity, it was this really, again, a simple attempt to help a friend. And these guys, spend their nights on stages in front of hundreds of people, and so they were quick to kind of be generous with that stage. And so the t-shirts got out in front of people and kind of took on a life of their own. I think beyond that, we really think that music is powerful. Like, I believe it has the ability to remind people that we're alive, that it's okay to ask questions, it's okay to feel things. So we think there's a lot of common ground. We don't just think of it as a marketing tool.
That's great. What's next for you guys? I mean, you got this event today.
Yeah.
What's on the calendar? What's upcoming?
Yeah, a ton of college events. That's how I spend a lot of my time. We get these amazing opportunities to bring this conversation to college campuses. We typically bring a musician. We sometimes bring a counselor or a friend on our team that is battle addiction. And so instead of just kind of a typical lecture, we try to make it more of a dynamic event. So we love that. We have a bunch of those coming up. The internet has kind of always been home base, and so our team, their primary focus is updating the website and Facebook and Twitter, and that's really a source of encouragement and hope for a lot of people around the world now, which is exciting. And then the last thing, we're working really hard to launch an online crisis network, and we're just a partner in that. So we're working with a couple other folks to create this system that would really allow us to instantly react to people in crisis, just because we hear from so many young people in the context of the internet. And so we just feel like, how can we be a good steward of that, provide people who are trained to meet people in crisis.
And then lastly, and most importantly, how can someone support your cause?
Yeah, I mean, check out the website. The website is the acronym. It's TWLOHA.com. And there's a move section, MOVE, that kind of exists to answer that question. And it's everything from people buying a t-shirt to making a donation to joining our street team to figuring out what events are coming through their area. And yeah, we feel like it's really just this community of people who care about this conversation. So we're just glad to be a part of it.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to stop and chat and everything before you go in. So thank you so much. Definitely appreciate it.